it's just a formality to, of course, say good evening, and I hope by the end of this, it's going to be a good evening, because Mr. Pankaj Srivastava from Air India has also decided to join in. He's personally called me, but I really wish we have an airline here with us, because by the end of the day, it's a decision that the airlines also have to make. I'm honored to welcome our esteemed panelists today, Mr. Iqbal Mullah, the President of TAI India, Mr. Carl Dantas, the President of ETA India, Mr. Ajay Prakash, the immediate past President of TAFI India, Mrs. Hina Munshaw, who is the Director of Beacon Holidays, where I would like to say I have her with us today because though she is not technically a travel agent and not from the fraternity, she has worked on an ex-product called South Africa, Australia, works as a specialist and looked beyond the business of just air ticketing. And of course, Mr. Hector D'Souza, who is the president of Lorient Travels, and he's also a specialist in his business. And I remember he told me that, you know, Rima, people like me, though we are small, are trying to think differently and surviving. But I would like to speak and say that the travel agents, their future is bleak. A survival is in question. And Ajay, you have been extremely vocal about it. We've also heard you on visual media, and you were extremely strong about your points, and thank you for being here. And I have my team with me. There is Stina Joy, assistant editor with my magazine. There's Sudipta with Express Travel World. There's Shayoni, and there's Kahini from our team, Sunil, and the lady from Financial Express, Manasi. We have probably Lok Satta joining us again. And as the Express Group and Express Travel World, this is just a pure initiative by us as the B2B media to bring this issue into fore, because travel agents are our readers and we are a B2B publication. So we felt it was important to put this out into the open through our online media division also. We start bang into the conversation. Mr. Iqbal Mullah, I would like to bring you in. 2 days ago, you held a press conference. You all spoke vocally about the Supreme Court order. The transaction fee not being given, but too much of talk has happened. We're hearing this from the past 4 years, whether it was SQ, whether it is Lufthansa, Air India, Jet, whatever. What is it, sir, as an association today, as the fraternity today? How strong are you all? Are you all strong enough like NASSCOM to genuinely get your points heard? And will we see a true change today for the travel agents in India?
Rima, thank you so much for giving me this honor and inviting me here for a conference. It's a very, very valid and apt question, apt topic. I welcome my colleagues here. I think they are also going to have a lot of inputs to the subject. It's a great honor, and begin with your questions, very valid questions. As you rightly said, we had a press conference about 2 days ago. The reason of having press conference because the existence of our travel agents is in stake at the moment. The reason being that agents, for their work, for their efforts they are putting in to sell the airline's ticket, is not been remunerated. You tell me, but who are the principals who doesn't remunerate a person who works for them? Take any example today. Any example in the world, the people doesn't work on charity. People has to pay for their hard work put into selling their inventory all over the world. So now, because of some reason, or maybe because of some Supreme Court directives, it has been referred to the airlines as well as to DGCA to reconsider the decision. Of course, airlines also is trying too hard to get our remuneration come into place, but the enough contribution has not been put. But I must tell you, we are business people. We know how to run our businesses. We will survive. There is no way that anybody can write us off. We will survive. We'll find a means to do it. I'm sure. I will remind you. You know that earlier, Jay and we fought together for weekly settlement. It was written on the wall. IATA has come with a schedule. But however, our humble request, soft approach to the ministry, soft approach to the APJC, soft approach to the related parties, we could manage to get postponed for 15 months, because we wanted the members should get used to this kind of environment in the travel industry. But I'm still optimistic. The what our efforts collectively from all other associations, like my friend ETA, president of ETA, was there with us in the press release, and also I had talked to other colleague association in faith, including IATO. Of course, IATO is not in faith at the moment because of they will get into the board after getting their MC okay for it. So I am trying my best to mobilize the support from all related associations to survive our industry, not only survive, to make this industry to grow, and industry to get more tourism. The industry should grow in such a way that we should have more foreign exchange earning to this our nation. Thank you.
Thanks, Iqbal. Ajay, I would like to bring you in here. Iqbal says he is trying his best. Ajay, is there something you want to say to this in terms of, can we go beyond just the best? And, actually, do you think there is something that we need to do that's really stronger?
You said something right in the beginning. You said there'd been enough talk, and you mentioned SQ. I mean, let me remind you, there was more than talk when the SQ issue was there. Unfortunately, because perhaps of divisions within the fraternity, perhaps because of some unscrupulous members of the fraternity, and also because of governmental or competition issues, we did not succeed. But the fact remains that merely talking is not going to serve any purpose anymore. We're really at a huge crossroads right now. We don't have commission. We don't have transaction fee. I mean, what is the agent supposed to live on? Love and fresh air. Now, when you go to the government, and Iqbal has made his efforts, unfortunately, nobody cares about travel agents at this point of time. We're too small. Until the agents come together and take some decisive action, I don't see anything happening. And we've got these two huge problems: no remuneration and this double whammy of a weekly settlement which comes in on June 2013, a scant 5 months from now. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's prepared for it. We had actually got a situation where this had been deferred till the year 2015 with an interim period where a 10-day settlement would be in place in India, where 1st to the 10th you would make payment on the 20th. It was one airline. This was passed through the APJC. This was to go to Passenger Agency Conference for ratification. One airline, and one airline alone, put a spoke in the wheel and said, I will not let it go through. At which point of time, we had spoken to our national carrier, and we had spoken to the government, and we had been given an assurance that if this is stymied through the Passenger Agency Conference, Air India will ask for government intervention. Why this was allowed to go, and why we are faced with a weekly settlement come June 2013 is beyond me. I don't understand why this has happened. And I would say that the associations actually need to gear up on this one and get their act together and get the membership moving. Because it's not two presidents alone who are going to determine things. It's your membership. If your membership starts to move, then everybody will have to listen. But we've got to find a way out of this situation we're in. Technically, the stipulation not to charge a transaction fee was not made upon travel agents, it was made upon airlines. But what's happened is in the popular perception, where you talk to corporates, and especially when you talk to Government of India undertakings, the perception is, you can't charge me a transaction fee. Now, I have 8 or 9 working hours in the day. Do I use them to develop my business, to do business, or do I spend them explaining to people? So if we have no transaction fee, and let me also say this, that going to the government to ask them to legalize transaction fee is a fool's way of going about it. We had a Minister of Civil Aviation who openly went out and said, why does a travel agent need 250 rupees to issue a ticket? 50 rupees should suffice. So if you go to the government, that's what you're going to get. What you need to go to the government and get clarified once and for all is a fair remuneration to the agent, which comes from the airline. In other words, a commission. There is no going back on this. There is no other industry that works on the principle of beggar thy distributor. Why should the airline be allowed to get away with it? Because they managed to do it in the United States of America. With a weekly settlement, the airlines have told you, you cannot even use a credit card. So what are we trying to do? Are we trying to kill this industry and the government is totally oblivious to what is going on? I mean, it's time that our members woke up and came out like any other industry does. Whether it's petrol pump dealers, whether it was the gold dealers, whether it's the auto people, the transport people. There is no other way of making this government wake up to the fact that we are talking millions of people whose livelihood depends on this. So the time for talk is over, the time for action, and it has to be